Hey y'all, I'm Chris Sanders, Communications Director at Alabama Rise, here with this week's legislative recap. There was high energy and a packed crowd this week at the State House. Nearly 200 of our supporters came to Montgomery for a Rise Legislative Day to urge their lawmakers to untax groceries. Alabama is one of only 3 states that has no tax break on groceries. It's a punitive tax on survival, and people gathered to demand that it be ended quickly and responsibly. In a moment, we're going to show you footage from our news conference that we held on Legislative Day to discuss the need to end the grocery tax and to do it responsibly. Before that, I want to thank everyone who came to Montgomery to speak up, make their voices heard, and everyone else across the state who calls and emails and supports our work all throughout the year. To stay up to date with what we're doing, visit our website, alarise.org. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on at the State House. Now please enjoy this encore presentation of our news conference from Legislative Day. Have a good week.
I'm going to turn it over now to Ana Del. She's our Board Vice President.
Hello everyone, my name is Ana Del, and I am the Vice President of the Board of Alabama Rise. We're a nonprofit coalition of congregations, organizations, and individuals promoting public policies to improve the lives of Alabamians with low incomes. Rise has worked for more than 30 years to promote dignity, equity, and justice for all Alabamians. We believe in breaking down policy barriers that limit opportunity. We believe public policy should make it easier, not harder, for struggling families to make ends meet. And we believe no one in our state should be taxed deeper into poverty. We're excited to have more than 200 of our supporters here today for our annual Legislative Day. We're here today to ask our lawmakers to end the state grocery tax quickly and responsibly. This is the year to untax groceries once and for all. Now, I'll turn it over to our Executive Director, Robin Hyden, to talk more about how Alabama can end the state grocery tax and protect education funding. Then, we'll take questions.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Ana Del. Thank you to our members, to our board. Thanks to the media for being here. For 31 years, Rise has advocated for a more fair and equitable tax system. As y'all know, our tax system is upside down. The people with the least to give are taxed the most. At the same time, people at the top don't pay their fair share. So we consistently underfund investments in the common good, like education, infrastructure, and supportive services for children and families, who are our most valuable resource. One of the most immoral and unacceptable features of our tax system is the grocery tax. Let me be clear, this is unconscionable, it's immoral, and it's a tax on basic survival. Buying food is not a choice, and people who struggle to survive spend more of their money on food than people with more to live on. Alabama is one of only 3 states who maintain this barbaric tax without a break. At the same time, we're giving tremendous tax breaks to our highest income earners. This needs to end. Our education budget relies on these taxes, so we can't get rid of this tax on food without cutting spending or raising revenue. Cutting our education budget is just not an option. We're just now catching up to where we were 12 years ago, before the recession hit. We have a lot to do to improve education in our state, and our budget is still 8.6% lower than it was in 2008 in inflation-adjusted dollars. The good news is that we have a plan, and we're here to talk to lawmakers about it. We think this is a year they are going to act. We call upon them to once and for all remove the state income tax deduction for federal income taxes and untax groceries. Closing this tax loophole, which unfairly benefits only some households, will generate $782 million each year for the education budget. Getting rid of the corporate fit deduction would generate another $100 million. It's a simple change that would allow us to remove the sales tax on groceries without depriving our schools and classrooms. We receive $480 million a year in grocery taxes. It's immoral, it's wrong, and it needs to stop. The extra money that our proposal is going to bring in would make our tax code more fair. It would also allow us to equitably and fully fund a 21st century education system. We're really thrilled that Senator Jones has proposed a bill to partially remove the FIT deduction, capping the allowable deduction for households to remove the grocery tax, and we're happy to support that bill. We know that passing the bill will not be simple. We're simply asking lawmakers to give our state the opportunity to vote on this constitutional amendment. We feel that if you're going to go as far as removing a part of the FIT, you might as well do the whole thing. So we're calling on them to go further. With all of the needs facing Alabama today, we can't afford to wait any longer. It's time to fund education more fully and to remove the sales tax on groceries. Ending the FIT deduction and untaxing groceries will put us in line with all the states around us, make our tax code more fair and equitable, and support a 21st century school system that our kids and families deserve. We need to end this barbaric and shameful tax immediately. And we're going to call on all of our legislators to do that today. Thanks, y'all. Do you have any questions? Yes.
Robin, as you know, this approach has been tried for at least 15 years. Do you sense there's anything different this year, or are you facing the same obstacles to this particular approach?
I'm really encouraged by the number of prominent Republican lawmakers discussing the need for this reform. Last year, we had Representative Danny Garrett come welcome us to Lobby Day, and he mentioned the need for tax reform. We've heard several Republican senators discuss getting rid of the FIT deduction for corporations, and we've had some very promising discussions. There were a bunch of freshman lawmakers who came in last session with new ideas and a concern about serving people in their districts. And after our legislature passed a gas tax last session, I think people are looking to see what can we do to provide some relief to struggling families. So I feel that there's been a change. Anything else? Okay, thanks y'all.